Okay, first we should know why we are studying world history here. One is you have interest. Okay, good for you, but I don't care about the people who have interest in world history. Two, it is asked in exams. That's the main agenda that we are here. पूछा जाता है इसलिए हम बस हैं यहाँ पर. So let's first observe what is history. History is observing changes. For example, let's just put it this way. फर्स्ट देर इज़ इकोनॉमिकल चेंज. मेरे पास आज पैसा नहीं, कल पैसा नहीं था, आज पैसा है, तो देर इज़ अ चेंज इन इकोनॉमी विच विल लीड टू चेंजिंग क्लास इक्वेशन. क्योंकि आज मैं गरीब, I belong to the lower class section, now I belong to the middle class section. And when I come to this middle class section, तो सोशो इकोनॉमिक मेरे पास आएगा. अब सोसाइटल चेंजेस होंगे, सोसाइटी में जो चेंजेस आएंगे, then this would lead to change in ideology. So when ideology changes, what happens is कि आज जो चीज़ मुझे ख़राब लग रही थी, suddenly I would feel okay, no, now since I have knowledge about it, maybe it's not that bad. Now that is change in ideology, and this change in ideology would finally lead to a political change. The best example in Indian context is the agrarian reforms or the Green Revolution, because after the Green Revolution's success, there emerged many regional parties in the region of Western UP and Western UP, Haryana and Punjab. So we can observe it in this way. Now when coming on to world history, we study initially in the ancient context, we study three empires. First is Persian, which I think it started in around 700 BC. And Cyrus and Darius or Darius, whatever you guys whatever you guys want to call him. So they were the greatest rulers, and it was a huge empire which got into rebels, I think, in 4th century. And on its decline started this new empire, which is now the Greek Empire. So the greatest king was Alexander, which you are quite well aware of. So Alexander and obviously his father Philip. So Philip laid the foundation of this empire, laid the foundation in the sense that he was one of the good kings, great kings. And then obviously came the Alexander, and after Alexander, the empire declined a bit because it was in the hands of his governor. For example, Seleucus Nicator had the ownership of the area of Syria. So now coming on to, so in this way the Greek Empire also declined, and in the rubbles of after the Greek Empire, I think 300 years after Alexander was born somewhere, the Roman Empire got to its peak. So it started long back only, but it reached its peak somewhere after 300 years after the death of Alexander. Now coming on to Roman Empire, because now where the history starts for us at least. So Roman Empire was earlier a republican in nature, but this should not be confused with the modern day republics. Republican for them was still the power was in hand of the few aristocrats, you can call, and in Greek or Roman they were called patrician, whatever they're called as. And at the same time, we can substantiate by a quote of Aristotle, not a quote but a saying of Aristotle, which says that even to be a citizen you have to be educated, and for education you need some pre-wealth. So obviously that clearly shows us that the wealth was in the hand of few, and so was the empire was run by few. So technically this is not republic, but still it paved the way for the modern republics, you can say. Or it did not. Actually, it did not. It did not pave way for the modern day republics. Rather, it was actually absolutism. You can call it absolutism. So, this Roman Empire lasted quite a long, and initially it was just in the region of Italy. Its whole and sole region was Italy. But then it shifted to complete Mediterranean, which is famous for its winter rain and obviously citrus fruits. Well, that's not the topic here. So Mediterranean वगैरह में चला गया लोग. अब क्या हुआ कि how to maintain the empire, मतलब what should be the binding force between the empire. मैं कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज करूँ, अरे कि ये मेरा रीजन. तुम रोज़ नए क्या बोलते हैं इसे एनेक्सेशंस करते हो, तो how would you call it an empire then? Well, what is the binding force? So these people chose religion to be a binding force in that case. For example, okay, I can give the example like universal church system came quite in the later age, but For example, Persian Empire chose Zoroastrianism as their state religion, ठीक है, which promoted monotheism, and similarly the other regions also. For example, in the Israel and Palestine region, they chose Judaism as to be religion, which was later conquered by Roman Empire, and फिर तो we all know the present day scenario. Now coming on to China. The Confucius in China is contemporary to Buddha and Mahavir in India, but where Buddha and Mahavir were focused on salvation, and unlike both of these guys, Confucius focused on the political changes, the political, social, and political stability of the nation. And that's why we can even say that his main focus was in discipline. He rather said that it's better to be in a disciplined way and follow the orders of the authority. So we can say that the present day communism, the foundation of the present day communism in China was laid back in 600 BC somewhere by Confucius. ठीक है. And now when we talk of the medieval Europe, अभी हमने देख लिया पर्शियन एम्पायर, देख लिया हमने ग्रीक, देख लिया उसके बाद हमने रोमन एम्पायर देख लिया. नाउ दिस रोमन एम्पायर, सिंस इट वाज ह्यूज, लाइक द होल मेडिटेरियन मैन, बहुत बड़ा है यार, मतलब तुम पूरा एक समुद्र की बात कर रहे हो. सो this Roman Empire started declining, and it reached its zenith, and then it started declining, and it was, I don't know the exact time, but it was divided into two: the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire, which is also called the Byzantine Empire, and which is our focus also. So we'll focus on Byzantine Empire, the Western Roman Empire. But the Western Roman Empire started declining after few years, or so few years here means 100 or 200 years, not 1 or 2 years. So, and the reason was because it was invaded by the German tribes. तो वो तो German tribe बेचारे ख़त्म करके चले गए Western Roman Empire को. But Eastern Roman Empire continued for the next 1000 years. मतलब वो 1453 में जब fall of Constantinople हुआ है by Turkish invasion, तब जाके उनका कुछ बेचारों का बिगड़ा. Otherwise they were doing good only. And now on the rubbles of the Western Roman Empire was formed the Holy Roman Empire. अब ये Holy Roman Empire का किस्सा बहुत लंबा है. So Holy Roman Empire was, how did Holy Roman Empire came into existence is that the tribes, German tribes which invaded Western Roman Empire, they settled down over there. Settled in a sense that in fragmented ways. And amongst them was a tribe, Franco tribe, जिनका एक, there was a dynasty, उसी में से एक dynasty बनी, I think Carolingian dynasty. So this was a dynasty, and after this dynasty came into being, अच्छी खासी चलाई इन्होंने खूब, not that important. फिर उसके बाद अभी इसी के बाद आया हमारा यहीं पे Habsburg Empire, the Western Roman Empire में. And now the good, not the good part, but this is the medieval zone. Now there is no watertight compartmentalization कि ये ancient है, ये medieval है, but हाँ, with the emerging changes we can say that this was the medieval zone. Some of the historians have claimed that medieval period is a dark period, ये वो सब फालतू की बात है. It's just changes, and rather I can say कि medieval period laid the foundation of the modern era. और इसमें होली रोमन एम्पायर में दिस गेव वर्ड टू फ्यूडलिज्म ऑल्सो, बिकॉज ये फ्रैंको ट्राइब्स जो आई, यहाँ पे ट्राइब्स सारे रह रहे हैं, एंड दे वर नॉट वेरी मच इन टू क्रिएटिंग एन एम्पायर, और एंड दे वर नॉट इन टू क्रिएटिंग एन एम्पायर अर्लियर. तो दे स्टार्टेड कलेक्टिंग टैक्सेस फ्रॉम पेजेंट्स, एंड फ्रॉम हियर वी गॉट प्रॉपर फ्यूडलिज्म. So feudalism was quite prevalent in Europe, especially in the medieval period. And ठीक है, the example is also I think it was Megasthenes who said when he came to India, feudalism was prevalent in India as well. So when he came to India, there is not feudalism, I was talking slavery was prevalent in India as well. So when he came to India, he said that there is no slavery in India. Obviously वो तो बोलेगा ही, उसने तो इतनी बाहर की गंदी slavery देख रखी है, because slavery and feudalism were a prominent part of the empire at that time, not the empire, about the Holy Roman Empire at that time. And then obviously this gave birth to feudalism. So feudalism is just not a form of social issue we are talking about. It is also related to economy, because that means that when we talk of feudalism, we are talking about the ruralization of the economy. मतलब तुम बैंड बजा रहे हो बेचारे लोगों की. एब्सेंस इनका नाम होली रोमन एम्पायर है, तो बेचारों का क्रूसेड्स में तो हाथ हो गए, नॉट बेचारे बट उनका क्रूसेड्स में तो हाथ हो गए। तो इनके और इस्लामिक फोर्सेस के बीच में 3 क्रूसेड्स हुए थे। एंड हाउ डिड इस्लाम केम इन टू पावर, विल टॉक अबाउट इट एंड द इनलाइटनमेंट इन दी नेक्स्ट वीडियो। और हाँ, नेक्स्ट वीडियो में ही करेंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा ज्ञान हो गया आज के लिए। बाय।